Hey everybody, it's Monday night. It's Always Bookin Comedy. We got Liz Stone tonight, who I met at the Vail Comedy Festival. Very fun. How are things, Liz? What's going on?
Things are good. We made this happen
Yeah,
with
this was a scheduling debacle, however you say that
it
word.
wasn't
Uh,
it wasn't a debacle because here we are.
yeah.
So
All's well that ends well, I guess.
we just had a chance to, email a bunch of times about it. That's all.
Yes,
It worked out
exactly,
great.
exactly. It'll be worth the
Yeah.
wait.
Yes.
Where I'm in Colorado right now. Where are you?
I'm in Summerlin, Nevada, which is
Okay, Vegas,
I
basically.
it's Vegas basically. But I found out I'm not technically in Vegas when I tried to vote for the mayor and it was not on my ballot. So but yeah, I'm in Vegas. I just
Nice.
got back from San Francisco this afternoon.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Cool. I love San. Were you out there for comedy or other stuff?
a mix of everything because I started comedy out there, and so and I lived there for 20 years. So I went this particular weekend because it was my friend from high school's son's bar mitzvah. But
Okay.
I tacked on shows days before, days after,
Nice.
and then also
What
ended up.
what was the best one? And then without naming it, what was the worst one and why?
Um, you know, they were all fun in their own way because I also the ones that were like bad were bad in a good way. Like I did a bar show where it was perfect for new material, but
Okay.
not like, oh yeah, this is on fire, but it's like, oh yeah, this is exactly the right spot to work on new stuff. I was at Cheaper Than Therapy, which is always a
I
fun room.
love Cheaper Than Therapy. Was Denise there?
Denise was there.
Nice.
Unfortunately, and she had I know she had done the festival the year before I did and had told me, and I think that her dog that she got um was not there, which I was a little sad about because I always see pictures of the dog, but the show is was great and they squeezed me on, and then
Nice.
uh
Who else was on the lineup? Anybody I might know?
I don't remember because I ran from there to the
Oh,
bar show.
okay.
And then the Sunday showcase at Punchline. Um,
That's great. Cool.
those are always fun because there's always like a few people since I don't live there anymore that I haven't seen in a while, and I get to catch up. And
Who
uh,
runs that these days? Because it changed, right? Used to be I think of
well,
him as the Ticketmaster Live Nation guy, but I know his real name somewhere, but I can't
yeah,
ever
yeah.
remember it.
So it hasn't really changed, but there's a couple people who rotate like handling certain nights of it. So
Hmm.
it's all still like the same system of Live Nation. But then it it kind of rotates, but it's
Okay.
yeah. So the
Fun. How
same.
was that show? I've seen it be awesome, and I've seen it be a little weird, like with a very foreign audience kind of thing.
It was I mean it was fun, but you know one of my friends was hosting and he's really funny and they were giving him nothing and I was like
Mm.
they are asleep, but they do kind of fun things to wake it up. So the showrunner went up at one point and explained the process to the audience, like that there's brand
You
new.
guys have holes in your face,
Well,
and
no,
laughs
there's
are supposed to come out.
no. What it is in San Francisco, you go and you watch every Sunday and you check in and you're
Yeah.
waiting
Oh,
to
you
get
mean the
up.
process for comics to get on? Got it. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And so then he had someone in the audience pick a comic who had never been up before.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, so they turn the lights on, they have everyone who's never been up before stand up, and then an audience member picks someone.
That's huge. Was the so okay? I have so many questions about this. The person who got up, how'd
Yeah.
they do?
Well, this was really it was, I mean, she was like excited to be there. I was like, Ari, she seems like I want to hang out with her, but they said, you have 5 minutes and a 1 minute light. And you never I don't know her. So I don't know
Sure.
how long,
Well, that's the real question I'm driving towards. Like,
she
has
had
she been waiting 2 years every single
I
week,
have
or is this like her first time showing up?
I doubt it. I don't know, but I mean, she had a set, so. But I either she did not see the light or she whatever, and
Yeah.
so by the end, it was like, I swear, like a disco show in the back of the room because they're trying,
That's so funny.
which, if for us, we know to, I mean, I keep my own time on stage. I know to look for a light, like,
Yeah.
to acknowledge it. But,
It's
um,
yeah, I mean, that is a real thing. Your very first
yeah,
time on
yeah,
stage at a venue, you don't always know where to look for the light. You might miss it. You're doing an act out during
yeah.
it.
No, I mean, the lighting did go on for an extended period of time,
Sure.
but it was hilarious. Like we were all laughing because different people are flashing the light, and I'm like, oh, you get. I mean, I'm like, oh, I get how it could happen, but because she came right up from the where she was sitting, and so it's not like they just said like, okay, 5 minutes, 1 minute late. It's not like a conversation of like, so the light's coming from over here, and like there
Yeah.
wasn't like any prep on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
on that
You didn't
part.
get any prep.
But I was sitting in the back and I liked the disco show. And, it's like I went through the process and I love that room, even if it's not a good night there.
Mhm.
It's always fun to be there. And
Yeah.
then the process is fun because it's like nerve wracking when you've never been
How
up.
long did you wait?
Um, I went a good amount. I don't think I waited that long because I think I started going like after I'd been doing a lot of
You were
shows
known?
for a while.
Yeah.
I would not say like quite like that, but I had been doing like showcases and stuff, like very regularly. So I don't think I waited a full year, but you know, even after you've gone up, you still never know when you're going up next. And
Right.
I mean, I think it's
Unless
fun.
you move to Vegas, then you can get booked, and then when you're going up.
It's true, but although you don't always know where you're going up in the lineup, like
Sure.
that can
Yeah,
be a
I guess so.
surprise. But yeah, like I think that when I explain the process to people who aren't comics, they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then you just never know. And then they just come up to you, and then you go up, and people are like, "Oh my god, that's insane!" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." So every single one of us is actually like kind of unhinged because when you say it to someone who does not do that, they're like, "That's crazy." And you're like, "Yeah, that's just how it goes."
Right. That's nuts.
Yeah.
So, do you do comedy in Vegas?
Yeah. There's a
Okay.
lot of clubs here, and there's actually a lot more local shows than when I moved here. I mean, I moved here temporarily during COVID when everything in San Francisco was shut down, and then San Francisco wasn't reopening, and I'm out by the mountains, and it's like sunny and it was open.
Right.
And so I ended up staying here, but there's been more clubs that have opened and a lot of people have moved here. So there's
Nice.
definitely more like workout rooms than a few years ago. It's not the same as San Francisco. That's such a long time comedy city with people coming up in the city, for a really long time. And even still, it was just people, the comics coming to Vegas, not really like a scene like San Francisco that is developing locals.
Right.
So, but there's more, and like I said earlier, like I love a crappy bar show to work out new stuff. Like, that's for me. I write on stage, so I need that kind of room. And some of my favorite bits like do come from just being in a really, really bad room where you're like, I mean, out here it could be just really smoky, and I'm like, I can't think straight because I don't smoke cigarettes, but I am right now. And then,
Right.
um, you're just kind of. It's not like an attentive audience. You got to kind of like figure out what's going to work in there. So,
Yeah.
uh, I'm always I'm always down for a bad bar show.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's Nevada like? Do you like drive places to do shows, or you pretty much stay in the city in Vegas?
I stay in Vegas. I really like. I mean, had been performing in Reno for years.
How
You
far is
know,
that?
I mean, that's you have to fly from Vegas, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
actually not far from the Bay Area. So,
Okay.
they have like, well, I do the Laugh Factory in Reno, and then there's also a lot of really good Don't Tell shows up there, Truckee in Reno, and The comics who run them are great, and it's so I for years have gone up there, but I don't know if there's really much else in Nevada. Like years ago, I did a Tribble run in Winnemucca when I think the show is still
Is
going.
Winnemucca in that Johnny Cash song? I think it is. I've been everywhere, man. That's the only time I've ever heard. I didn't know that was a real place. It's in Nevada.
It's in Nevada. It's like a truck stop town.
That's incredible.
And I was in Truckee, so that's really just like 3 hours from there. And so there's, a casino and like a brothel is basically the town. It's like a truck stop town. And it is I don't know why I went twice, but the first time I went, I was like, oh, let me check out a town, not realizing that I should not be checking out the town. And I see there's like a restaurant. I go in, there's a couple really old couples, and then it's all like truckers, like dudes, just I don't know, it's not like, and I'm coming from San Francisco, like I'm like, and I'm wearing a hot pink jacket, and I'm like, oh, and I sit down, and the plates are so big. I ordered off the child's menu, and it was still too big. And then one by one, like first this guy just comes up and is like, ma'am, would you like some of my French fries? And I'm like, no, thank you. I'm like, good with new food over here. And then I swear to God, like just one by one, these like men were getting up and offering me their leftovers. They weren't like, can I buy your dinner? Can I get you a drink? They're like, do you want the rest of my soup? And I'm like, is this a move in Winnemucca? Like, does this work? Who's like, I'm going to go to Winnemucca for this leftover food from the table. And then there's like a group of guys, I don't know, they're probably like truckers or something. And they're like, well, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I have a comedy show at the casino. And, if you're in a city and you get to chatting with someone, they're never going to go. Everyone has stuff to do.
Right.
And so they came over to the show, and this guy just starts like continuously trying to hand me money. And I'm like, oh my God, he's never met a woman who's not a prostitute. Like he's like a trucker. He probably doesn't even know what a comedian is. He's like, these prostitutes are talking way too much. And so he just like keeps trying to give me money, and I'm like terrified to touch it. I'm like, I don't know what the rules are, but would way rather just stay alive. Like I don't know. And there was this woman who was headlining, and she was really funny because she just like ended up taking it, and I was like, good for you, girl. Like,
nice.
Go forth and stay safe. And then after that, for some reason, I went back. And the next time I went back, I packed all my own bedding because it was like so disgusting there.
I completely understand that. I have jokes about some of the gross hotels that
I was like, I'm driving and I can bring all my own stuff and make it so I don't touch anything in this hotel room. And then the like microphone went out like during my set. And we're in a casino that's like, active, but like a show. And the guy running the show, he wasn't there to fix it, but like my voice can pierce concrete. So I just started yelling at them about how shitty their town was. And they all stopped and paid attention because I think they were like, oh my God. And then the comics I was with, we went out to the 24-hour dive bar after. And first I'm like with these two guys, and they're like, someone's like, to the bartender, like, they're the comics from tonight. Give them a Winnemucca hello. And she just like flashed her boobs at us. And the guys were like, we're very uncomfortable. Then I was like, I think I need a drink. And because I'd been on a cleanse until like that moment in time, I was like, I'm on a cleanse. Then I'm in this bar and I've seen the bartender's boobs and they're not great. And I'm like, I'm going to get a drink. So I get a gin and tonic and they hand it to me and I'm like, oh, can I get a lime? And someone grabs me and is like, no, the citrus isn't safe here. I was like, what?
It gives you scurvy in
Like
Winnemucca.
I know. I'm like, what is unsafe citrus? But like I was like, he looks like he means it, and I'm not like risking it. So I just had a lime-free gin and tonic, and then went back to my own bedding and went back. So that's the that's like the third town I've been in Nevada. Really, it's not true because there's some small places around
Sure.
Vegas, but
Yeah.
it's not like California where driving distance is another town and new scenery. It's like my favorite scenery is right where I live. It's like the Red
Yeah.
Rock Mountains,
Cool.
but you're in the desert, and so yeah, it's not like I mean, even within Vegas, like my favorite area is where I live. There's
Nice.
Mount Charleston is like 40 minutes from me, and so it could be 105 degrees here and then 72 at Mount Charleston. And
Nice.
they have a ski mountain in the winter, which I haven't tried, but I'm gonna do this winter. So there's like kind of like small things, but you're like in the desert.
Yeah.
It's not a sprawling metropolis.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you back in San Francisco, did you run any shows as time went on there?
I over the years ran a number of all equally terrible bar shows. Like I never ended up running a good show. Like some of them, we would all take over from other people, like you know, whatever, like
Yeah. Or get handed
bar
down.
shows. And then there were a couple with, a few comic friends where we'd find one venue, and just when you felt like you were getting it up and running, they either like shut down or stop doing shows. And then you're like, some people like have built up such good shows there, but I was more of a like, oh yeah, take over running this kind of bar show. And I mean, I don't know how you do a comedy festival, because just running a show I find so stressful. Like, and I have like, I'm a lawyer. I don't practice anymore, but like I have organizational skills that
Right.
I don't always find a way to access them, but they're there. But I
Yeah.
find running a show really, really like
There's a
stressful.
lot going on,
Yeah,
I mean, there's like your customer service dealing with the audience,
and
and
getting the audience
comics, as we
out.
previously mentioned, are unhinged. You're dealing
Yeah,
with them as
and they can
well.
be unhinged in a great way. And I mean, I feel like I'm pretty functional, but like when I was getting ready for the Vail Comedy Festival, I was having a lot of cat drama, and I was in Vail, and we were on the like the bus ride, like our
Yeah.
group, and I was like, man, I feel pretty bad for Mark. He has been getting a lot of messages about my cat's health. They're like,
That's fine. I
are
mean, it comes with
you
the territory.
they're like,
Did
are
you
you serious? And I was like, I'm a little unhinged right now.
Yeah. Yeah, the festival is definitely like it was something that I started once I figured out like running shows. It took me years to feel even close to comfortable doing it because there's so
Yeah.
much going on. You got the lights, you got the sound, you got the comics, you got, is the
Promoting,
venue happy? Are the
advertising. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is.
getting people there can be difficult.
Mhm.
But eventually it kind of like, especially if you repeat the process over and over again, at least the
Yeah,
marketing part
yeah,
gets easier. I feel like when I
yeah,
started, I had 0 emails. And
yeah,
now I have, I'm not joking, thousands of emails. And I
yeah.
will
It's
send a
a lot
blast
of
in
work.
MailChimp and it will go to like 3,000 people.
Yeah.
And
I mean, even my friends who are like so good about, like regularly reminding people to sign up just on their social media. And I put work into my social media, but it's like, I do like one piece at a time. So it's like, okay, I had to learn how to, I had to learn how to get like my SD card out of the camera. I mean, like I was like really starting from scratch. I like sound like a boomer, but it's a lot that all that stuff is like it's so much more work than it sounds,
yeah,
and it pays off when you've done it, but to like lock in and get started on it, it is
The real trick is to look calm and composed the whole time when everything is going crazy. And I would say this was the fifth year we did the Vail Comedy Festival. That might have been like the second worst for me in terms of like letting my stress show outwardly.
You know what?
There's,
You should just get some Botox and make it. You're just always gonna look calm. Like next year, just go in and be like,
well,
I
I don't
need.
think it's so much how I look. It's really like the way I communicate. You
But
know,
I really think I had, like part of my weekend was a girls' weekend, and there was a discussion about like, does it make you feel calmer when your face does not move? And I was like, I
it's
was
like
like,
fake it till you make it.
yeah, I was like, well, I make a lot of faces anyway. Like I've gotten it, but I feel like my face breaks through it like right away. And they're like, it makes a bunch of girls were like, it just actually makes me feel calm. So
Huh.
you should
Maybe I'll
see
try that.
and then get them as a sponsor and don't pay for it. And then
Nice.
just be like, I'm so chill and I'm brought to you by this med spa in Vail. Like there's gotta be a lot
Yeah.
there. See, I have marketing ideas. I feel like,
Okay.
but
That's definitely my worst, like sponsorship stuff. I'm the worst at.
well,
Most everything else, I figured out how to herd the cats. No pun intended. But
if you get a med spa sponsorship, I would love a kickback on that one.
okay,
It's my only request.
nice. Are you a long time skier? Where have you skied? Did you used to go out to like Truckee and Reno to ski?
Yeah, so I grew up skiing in Massachusetts on ice.
Wachusetts,
I did. That is
the
maybe
garbage dump.
I don't think that was the first place I learned to ski. It was but something like that
Okay.
was like a hill with ice, right?
Sure.
Like and then New Hampshire, so bigger hills with ice. And then when I moved to California, people would go in on a ski lease together in Tahoe. And the first time I ever skied on powder, I was terrified. I was like, I don't know what to do. I only really know how to function on ice. So I had to take lessons to learn how to actually ski in snow. And so I skied for years up there. I haven't done it in like a long time. Like, if you're not like at the mountain,
Yeah, it's a big
it's like
investment.
it's a big investment and you have to like a day pass in any big resort. No way am I mean that's I'm not doing that. And so the place outside Vegas, I feel like is perfect because on a weekday you can get a day pass for like $20. It's
Nice.
probably more of a hill with actually I've heard some people say it's pretty I mean I've been out there, it's you're at high altitude and they make snow and it's
Yeah.
really steep. So it's probably better than what I grew up on. But I think like that's perfect. I could do a few runs because I'm not in ski shape now and I don't
Yeah, you don't feel the pressure of having
yeah,
to make a $300 lift
like
ticket worth it.
I don't I just don't I'm not I don't like it. I don't like skiing that much. Like that's for what a ticket costs. And then if you go to season pass, that's what you do. And that's not what I want to
Yeah.
always do. But yeah, like driving 40 minutes and paying $20 and being like, I did 3 runs and I got my money's worth is
Yeah,
oh
that's
hi.
cool.
My high maintenance cat is hi.
Oh, I gotta tell you this. I was in New York City a couple weeks ago, and I did one of the best shows. Oh yeah, let's see. Hi.
Hi, Whiskey, come on up. She came in talking. Come on. Come on. You know you like to come on up
I
here.
did a show at Brooklyn Cat Cafe.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. Cats are roaming around. Have you heard of this? Have you done it?
I've seen it. I feel like I follow someone who
Has been
either
on it.
runs it
It's
or
unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The
I need
cats
to
are
go.
everywhere. It's really fun. And it doesn't even like every time I tell the story, people are like, "Does it smell bad?" No.
No.
They did a great job. Like I don't know how it's so
Litter
clean. It's
box.
in the middle of New York City, and there are like 40 cats roaming around, and it's cleaner than my home.
It's cleaner than like a green room with a bunch of mail comics, honestly.
Yes,
They're
absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
like, hey guys, like look how maintained these litter boxes are. Let's take a note.
yeah,
That sounds so fun. I don't know where she went. She like
yeah.
came in hot talking, but um Yeah, that sounds amazing. I have seen videos of that.
You should you know what? Here's my challenge to you. You want me to get a med spa, you find a cat cafe in Las Vegas or some kind of
Yes,
shelter and start a comedy show there, and I
we
will come
were
out. I'd love to come do it.
we were it was exactly what I was about to say. I was like, there are cat cafes here,
Nice.
and you're absolutely
Do you
correct.
have equipment? Do you have, like, speak
Yeah,
PA and
I have
stuff?
a mic and amp, like,
That's
and
all
it's
you need.
actually it's really easy to carry, and it works great. I mean, and the size of it, what we're talking
Yeah.
about, is perfect.
It was so cute. There were like 30 they had 30 camping chairs in this place,
Yeah,
and they sold it filled up. They sold it out.
and did people do BYOB,
There
or
was
did
really no
no drink?
food or
Okay,
drink. I don't think you're allowed to have food or drink in
in the
the
cat cafe, that makes
I
sense.
guess no, I've been to cat cafes before where they serve coffee, but
How
I can't
cute would
remember
it
if you
be
could
if
bring
everyone got
coffee into the, like, cat area. You might have had to been outside the cat area.
but what if everyone got tuna treats to snack on?
Yes. Well, this was funny. I talked about this on stage because I was in the back of the room, most of the show. And then when I finally went up, I ratted out somebody who had brought cat treats. So they were like chumming the water. They were on a couch and all these cats were coming to them. And I was like, this is incredible. And then I finally noticed they were like sneaking out
They're
my
cheating.
cat treats.
Oh my god, that does I am gonna look into it because I know there's some cat cafes here,
Yeah.
and also that rules out, all the people who are like,
I
"Mm,
think you
I hate cats." You're like, "Cool, you can't
Yeah, the
you're allergic
energy of the
to cats,
show
my
was very
turn."
interesting. You know how
Yeah,
normally a host is like a very animated clown and like very energetic and let's go, let's party, let's have it was not that at all. It was so chill. Like the host was almost whispering, but hilarious. And like the energy was just like very muted. It was
it's funny because I obviously am a very, very into especially my cat, but, I I don't have like chill cat person energy at all. So the cats like might be like, whoa, okay,
yeah,
that's a lot. Cause Whiskey's a Maine Coon and Maine Coons talk a lot, and her sister Campari was a Maine Coon. And so it was like, and they're big and like, you know,
sure.
they're people, they want to like interact with people. So, like obviously not every cat has that personality, but I
No.
was just like staying at a friend's house in San Francisco, and she has like two kittens racing around, and like they'll suddenly jump out from under the bed or like be sleeping with you, and I'm like, oh, they're so fun. Why would people? I like dogs too. I mean,
Yeah.
I like, I mean, animals that are domesticated. I don't need a lot of wildlife.
A coyote.
I don't need to.
All right, we're running out of time here. Let me ask you real quick. Vail Comedy Festival, other
Yes.
festivals you've done. What did you like about the Vail Comedy Festival? Let's start there.
Oh my god, everything. It was like we all got to know each other. Everyone was so awesome. I mean, from jump, just the group of us that were on the van
The party
together,
bus.
on the party bus, and then in the condo, like we were like, we need to have a reunion. We didn't all know each other, but we, kind of knew, but it was like this, like, amazing mix that you couldn't have even planned in terms of how I was like so excited to be around every single person. And then we just kept being like, every single person is funny and awesome and like fun to hang out with. And then the crowd was excited to be there. And then it was just so easy to navigate being in, just like a central place.
Yeah, everything's walkable.
And we
It's like
weren't,
10 minutes is the longest walk between
yeah,
venues. It's really
yeah.
only 8 minutes. Yeah.
And then, I'd never been to Vail, and that was beautiful. So that was like, it was awesome.
Nice.
Because I mean, as you know, I was like, oh my God, I might not be able to make it.
Yeah.
And then I was really happy I was able, because I'd been excited about it. I'd heard such good stuff. So yeah, it was
I
like,
forgot you had I don't think I knew you had a Bay Area connection. but we have a very strong
Yeah.
pipeline from Bay Area to Vail Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
There's a lot of love between the two places.
And everyone was like, "Go, it's so fun.
Yeah,
Like, you'll have a good
that
time."
rules. Good.
And it was like, yeah, it was awesome. Our group chat will still like pop up sometimes, and we're like, "We need a reunion. Where we're gonna be?"
Nice.
Like, yeah.
Nice. Let's talk about other, like, do you have goals for other festivals? Like, what's a festival you'd like to do in the coming years? Are you like winding down your time doing festivals? Or
No, I am like every few years I'll remember to like start applying. So like this year I did Slow, which was also great. Like different, also really fun. I got to see like a bunch of old friends there. That was, and the shows were great, well run, super cool. But I will just forget to apply for ever. So there's a bunch that I've heard are really good, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know people like Big Pine. I know people Big Sky. I mean, I think that one's
yeah,
also like I know, I mean, I've heard of some other ones, and then our group chat was like, okay, what are you guys applying to? Like, let's
yeah,
all
nice.
try to get in and, go do that. So I kind of look at it like, where do I want to travel to? Because it's an investment, it's a
It's a
commitment.
vacation, really. You got to look at it that way. Some comics don't.
Exactly.
Some comics are like, "Oh, this is a gig," and then they're like all disappointed how much money they lose. And I'm like, that
No,
is, I hate to say it. I mean, we
not how it
pay for
is.
lodging even, and still you're in the hole for sure. And I'm so
Yeah.
grateful for all the talent that comes out.
Like, I had never gone to Vail. I always wanted to go to Vail. And then I just make sure, like, I'll ask people who've done it. And so for me, it's not like, oh, I'm going to get this from it or there's industry. It's like, okay, I'm going to enjoy this place I want to go, and I'm going to enjoy the experience of like these shows with these people. Um, that's kind of how I look at it. And then if there's a place I don't want to go, like I'm just like, I don't like that city,
Right. Yeah, yeah.
go, because I'm like, I'm not getting, I mean, I'm losing money. Why would I go somewhere I don't want to go?
Right.
It's,
Exactly. Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, that's kind of how I decide. And then hopefully remember to apply.
Nice. All
Yeah.
right, we get a where can people find you other than at your new Cat Cafe show
In my new
coming
cafe.
soon?
Well, on social media, I'm at Liz Stone Comedy. And then this weekend in Vegas, Friday and Saturday, I think it's the 28th and 29th, I'm at Kimmel's featuring for Chris Porter. And those shows are always fun.
Awesome. He's so funny.
He's so funny. Yeah, he's so funny. And his crowds are so awesome. So those shows are always fun. So if you are in Vegas, come to the shows. If you're not in Vegas, come to Vegas and go to the shows.
Yeah, that
They're
rules, Liz. Thanks
Yeah.
so much for the conversation. Stick around for a little bit. We're
Okay.
gonna shut this one down though. Everybody tune in next Monday for more Always Book